Now let's move on to Belgaum district of Karnataka, which is bordering Maharashtra, has a sizable population of Marathi-speaking people and had for decades been a bone of contention between the two states, that is Karnataka and Maharashtra. Also known as the winter capital of Karnataka, Belgaum is the alternate seat of political power in the state, and it has as many as 18 crucial assembly constituencies, which is the largest number among all the districts of Karnataka. Now, this time, all political parties are highlighting developmental issues in the drought-hit region. A report by our correspondent.
And apart from that, the education and the healthy food for our children. What government is supplying right now for our children, midday meals, that is not that quality what we were maintained in SM Krishna's government. So in that I am going to focus.
मैं विधायक बनने के बाद मैंने उस कन्नड़ और मराठी विवाद को बाजू रखकर लोगों की सुविधाओं को अहमियत दी। जैसे रोड चाहिए, लोगों को गटर्स चाहिए, पीने के लिए पानी चाहिए।
In recent years, but there's little doubt that its brand of politics still finds takers in this border district adjoining Maharashtra. It is making all-out efforts to woo back its traditional vote bank. But whether those efforts will bear any fruit will be known only on voting day.
To our correspondent Philip Matthew, of course, joins us from Belgaum. Now, Philip, taking a cue from your report, certainly Belgaum happens to be the hotbed of linguistic politics. And having said that, it seems to be a sort of triangular contest between BJP, Congress and MES. Now, will MES cause any dent as far as the respective vote banks of BJP and Congress is concerned, although they yet have to open their account? But this time around, what's the wave like?
Well, Sakal, it has to be said that the fight essentially is between the BJP and the Congress. The MES acts as more of a spoiler. In fact, although it has a traditional vote bank, that vote bank has been slipping away from it in recent years. The youth in particular have been more driven by concerns of jobs as well as, seeking employment in industries in the region, and therefore
इस इलाके का दौरा किया है और काफी तीखी टिप्पणियां उन्होंने की हैं। क्या कहा उन्होंने जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर उन्होंने अपना प्रहार किया?
Well, Neelam, you must understand that Rahul Gandhi has been essentially attacking the BJP on the issues of corruption in office, and he standards, essentially saying that...
Of course, we'll get back to you later in Janadesh, but right now we need to slip into a very short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Stay with us.
कर्नाटक के जनादेश में एक बार फिर से आप सभी का स्वागत है। कर्नाटक की अगर हम बात करें तो कर्नाटक में चुनाव प्रचार इस समय अपने चरम पर चल रहा है, लेकिन अगर पूरे प्रचार अभियान में उठने वाले मुद्दों की हम बात करें तो साफ हो जाता है कि इन मुद्दों का चुनावी घोषणा पत्रों और जमीनी सच्चाई से वास्ता थोड़ा कम ही है। कर्नाटक में कैसे मुद्दे अपना
offered from Karnataka. We've seen in our report the manifestos are not really touching the local issues, but mostly talking about corruption, blame game, in fact, indulging in blame game as far as the prominent political parties are concerned. But what is it that's really going to cut ice with the electorate in Karnataka in these assembly polls?
I'm not hearing.
Repeat my question. The main issue this time around, which are dominating assembly polls in Karnataka, the main issue as per you, as far as the electorate is concerned, not the political parties, but the voter in Karnataka.
Oh, generally, this time, this election is going to be a landmark election from my point of view, because many major political sugarcane price. While on the contrary, in horse and potato, the potato farmers have been suffering since 5 years, but there is no reference to that basic issue either by the Congress or by the JDS or from the neglected, so-called neglected BJP in that particular constituency. See, in general, this is the election that people want to win, not the politicians. No politicians, not only people.
Be a landmark election in the history of Karnataka politics. But having said that, let's go beyond Congress BJP fight, but KJP Yadurappa factor, which is what I asked you earlier, and also it's also about the relevance of JDS. Our correspondent did speak to one of the prominent leaders of JDS. They're saying that we don't mind being a prominent opposition party, but if we get votes, we will not join hands with BJP or Congress. So when we talk about the big fight in Karnataka, in this sense also, do you think it's landmark?
No, when I said landmark elections, what I had in my mind was, see, the elections for Lok Sabha is offing. So naturally, if you only come to know only after ballot boxes are open, until then it is rather a mystery, rather maybe a half truth. That's all.
All right, sir. On that interesting note, thank you very much for joining us from Bangalore studio. Thank you as much.
और इस बार कर्नाटक चुनाव में वामपंथी दल भी कई सीटों पर अपनी बाजी लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन कुछ सीटें जीतकर राज्य की राजनीति में बेहतर दखल का सपना देखने वाले वामपंथी दलों की भूमिका आखिर त्रिशंकु विधानसभा के
Yes, quickly on that, what are their chances this time around? Because Philip, this time JDS definitely doesn't seem to be in a mood to stay out of power, even as an opposition party. It's also about their relevance in Karnataka, isn't it?
No, I think the JDS is clearly, seeking to position itself in a manner that, it can play, if not, be the king, at least be the kingmaker in election scenario.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Philip Matthew. Of course, South happens to be JDS's stronghold. It'll be interesting to see whether they'll improve their tally. And with that, we thank we thank Philip Matthew, and we also thank our guest in the Bangalore studio for joining us in this edition of Janadesh. Neelam.
और इसी के साथ हमारा ये कार्यक्रम हम खत्म करते हैं. कल फिर मुलाकात होगी. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.